Buddy was present at the Red Bulls Nashville SC home opener for the New York Red Bulls on a cold night in Harrison, New Jersey. Red Bulls get the 2-0 win, remain undefeated against Nashville. Let's talk about it. Mohamed Sofu gets the nod over the injured Lewis Morgan. The 20-year-old Ghanaian made his debut for the New York Red Bulls. He was a product of the Red Bulls too. He made his debut and he scored. He scored in the 8th minute off Choupo-Moting shot, rebound, and it was a great debut. I thought he was excellent. I thought he was lively in the press, and he's a really exciting player and a young player to look forward to for the Red Bulls moving ahead. I got a lot of praise from the coach, Sandro Schwartz. Captain Emil Forsberg really praised his attitude and the spirit of the team as a whole. I think one of the things that was a common theme in the post-game presser was people stepping up and the need for everybody, right? It'll take a big group effort throughout the grueling MLS season, and it showed right away that Sofu could step up and deliver. Red Bulls came out in a high press. Nashville continuously tried to play out the back and very unsuccessful. The press was very consistent. They had no answer for it, and I was very surprised, to be honest, that Nashville continued to try to play out the back. They kept pissing the ball away, frankly. And the Red Bulls were able to capitalize. Not only did the first goal come from the high press, but also the second goal. The second goal was a brilliant goal by Captain Emil Forsberg. Ball was recovered, tried to play over the top to Sofu. Then it gets picked up by Omar Valencia. Valencia gives it to Forsberg on the corner, takes a chop, takes a cut, and then bends it far post. Probably one of the best goals of the week so far. And Emil Forsberg had something to say about this goal.
Is that the best one you think you've scored with New York?
So far, yeah, I would say, yeah, for sure. 3-1, and happy it came now, second game, so let's keep that going.
Apart from the 2 goals, the Red Bulls were really dominant. Nashville, again, couldn't break out of the press. Red Bulls had, I think it was 56% possession, 7 shots on goal, 3 on target, obviously scoring 2, so very efficient in the first half. Coach Sandro Schwartz said it was a dominant first half, and I totally agree. I think Nashville had no answer for not only is Red Bulls press, but Red Bulls also try to expose the flanks. I think Sofu, they think they saw something in Nashville SC's left side and kept trying to expose. So every time they got the ball, they try to pick Sofu over the top and try to put a Cameron Harper over the top as well. And in possession, they looked clean. Choupo-Moting, the Red Bulls DP, was very solid overall. I think for me, he was the man of the match. I think all the attack went through him and Emil. And him and Emil really connected throughout the game. There was obviously moments where, especially in the first half, ball would come, Emil would come to receive that first ball that Choupo gets, and then Emil kind of orchestrates the attack. But they were both very fluid in the second half. They both combined, and the whole team really combined to create that third goal, which, you know, if Julian Hall, who came in as a substitute, makes a better decision on 2 of the counters that they had when Emil orchestrated it, I think it could have easily been a third goal for the New York Red Bulls. And Sandro Schwartz also had something to say about that.
In my opinion, we had very, very good moments, and this is a good step in our development, especially with the ball. It built up moments, built up situation when I'm pretty sure when I'm watching the game and I see the chance in the second half where we can score the third goal. This was very good in our behavior, in our positioning behavior, to play very clean and play forward. So
again, very dominant. I think New York Red Bulls definitely improved from their first game. Also, Emil also talked about in the post game how the pitch really affected their style of play. He said the pitch was better suited for what they wanted to do, how they wanted to keep the ball on the floor, possess, and obviously, especially in the first half, they really showed that strong possession game that really is a staple of the New York Red Bulls. For me, very excited to see Choupo and Emil really clicking. Those are obviously going to be 2 important pieces moving forward. Obviously, both DPs, so you know the fans have big expectations for them. They need to deliver, and I think yesterday really showed how they can play together, but then also combine to attract, but then also expose people on the flanks. Sofu was very lively. Harper was very lively as well. And then with Lewis Morgan hopefully being back soon, they definitely can expose people on the flanks. So very excited to see that connection develop. And I know it's only going to get better, right? That's the hope. That's the hope for the fans. That's the hope for many people that watch the team. And Sandro alluded to the second half not being the best second half that they would have liked. I think the high press, they weren't going to be able to high press the whole game, right? So I think maybe some tired legs there. Nashville took advantage, found some opportunities on the sides as well. But again, I think I think Coronel maybe only had to make 2 saves in the whole game, 2 big saves, but overall, I didn't really see Nashville being too dangerous in the final third. Red Bulls, for the most part, had things covered up. But what I don't like is how exposed they can be on the counters, balls over the top. They seem to struggle a bit. So I think that might be something for the coach and the staff to look at and see how they can be better positioned on the counter. And then how can they, be ready for these balls over the top. You saw it in the first game with FC Cincinnati, the ball over the top played by DeAndre Yedlin. Coronel doesn't come out. They get exposed on that. And it happened too many times in the FC Cincinnati games, but definitely something to improve on from my standpoint. Overall, great game. Coach Sandro Schwartz and Captain Emil Forsberg talked about the spirit of the team. They talked about how players need to step up, and I think they did that, right? Omar Valencia, the left wing back for the New York Red Bulls on his second start, also a New York Red Bulls 2 product, gets his second start and delivered. I think that was one of my key matchups of the game, is how he was going to contain Mukhtar and Nahar on that flank. And I thought he did an excellent job. Again, they weren't really dangerous because they couldn't get out the press. But again, Omar Valencia with a second start gets that assist on that second goal. Him, Sofu, players stepping up already. And again, Schwartz alluded in the post-game presser that, he didn't want to talk about the things that they need to improve on. Obviously, it's the second game. There's many things that they have to improve on. He was really focused on just the positives. They got the 2-0 win. They got the 2-0 win in front of their home fans. It was a great crowd for being a really cold night. Fans came out. Fans were loud, really supported the team. They unveiled the 2024 Eastern Conference Champions banner. And there was a lot of buzz. There was a lot of buzz in the team. And I think the team really delivered in the home opener, and excited for what's to come. This was my recap. Really appreciate it, guys, and we'll talk soon. All right, take care.